So went out last night, me and the missus, to a spirit medium night in Linwood, sort of like Paisley way. Yeah, in a place called the Marmalade Pot, which was it was an experience I'd never been before. But I'll be honest, my overall summary of it is it was just the same generic fucking spirit bullshit they all kind of spout.
Right.
Although they did do tarot, and I thought the tarot part was pretty good. So it was basically three like mediums who kind of ran the night. First lady came out, probably was about kind of 60% accurate, I would say, just with our guesses. The lady doing the tarot was entertaining because it's more like future-y stuff. And then the third boy who came out he was diabolical, man, honestly.
How so?
I'd be surprised if he got 20% right.
What he was saying?
He was going up to people and going like does the name Davey mean anything? And people were like, no. I'm getting like a pain it's like in the hip, and people are like nothing, like and he should have had the easiest job because all he had to do was really regurgitate
listen to what the first two had said.
Exactly what the first two had established. So Amanda had a tarot read,
right,
and her tarot read was pretty interesting because they were. Have you just swapped for me?
I'm Two-Faced, okay.
So the tarot read for Amanda was all sorts of bullshit. She goes like that to me, what's your star sign? And I was like, Aquarius. And she's like, oh well, Aquarius is like aligned to Uranus, so this card I've got, the Fool, relates to you. And she's like, and it's not to say that...
fool, to be fair.
She goes, no, it's not to say that you're a fool, but this is kind of where this card's come from. And then she was like that. Have you like, you know, it was like the two of coins or whatever. She's like, you know, have you got a big expense coming? And Amanda's like, oh, the holiday, you know what I mean? Like, shite. It's like, so is money tight just now? And I was like, no. In fact, quite the opposite. I think you need to drive that off stuff. So I was like, okay, that was a bit of shite. Then she starts doing the future predictions. So she goes to Amanda. We got like the, I don't know, lady with a cup or whatever. And she's like, so that predicts for me that you're going to have a baby, you know, quite soon. And so I was like, but go on. And then she's like, but more than that, you're going to have twins. And Amanda's granny apparently predicted this, like, I don't know, like 100 years ago or whatever, predicted that Amanda would have twins. Right. So ever since, she's always had that. So she's like, oh my god, it's so real. It's like, for fuck's sake.
Oh my god, it really speaks to me. That's such bullshit though, because I mean, like see right now, everybody's skin.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we're actually the opposite.
Yeah, but like it's such a safe guess. It's like saying like, have you had some issues with like your health, like a cold or a fever?
Yeah,
like,
exactly. There was a lot of stuff like that. I would feel like that, and we were picked on the least because we were probably the youngest ones there, so we weren't a safe bet coming to and going, you know,
can Riddler find this shit over here? I think I can as well.
You know, is you know, it's not a safe bet to come to us and go like that. You know, it's so and so in spirit as they call it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Whereas, like, you know, there's a 65-year-old woman there.
Chances are there was probably deep.
Well, not just that. It's like they would normally start with, "I've got a woman. Is that Gran? Oh, that's my nana."
Yeah, exactly. It's they're waiting for you to do their job for them. Because people want it to be true, but sorry, carry on.
So I wasn't impressed. I wasn't blown away, put it that way.
Sorry.
And like I say, some of the others. The first lady, like I said, she was pretty good. She was about 60% accurate.
No, him there.
Who?
Yeah, hypnotised that wee bit.
Okay.
And then he'll do something.
He's only got a broom. He's going to just build shit.
I love how a broom can just destroy like a JCB with ease. Even in Lego terms, you're like, that is nonsense.
Oh fuck. It was good because it was in a pub this sort of night.
Yeah.
But Oh, he's too far away now. I think I fucked this. See, because you fell off the cliff.
Sorry.
I think you fucked this.
Sorry.
Want to stop
back.
walking? But I can't reach him now. He's now. There he is. There he is.
Come back.
It was. For each person, it was a bit boring when you're sitting there because you're just kind of waiting for the next person to kind of to have their turn.
Is that how they did it? Did they go by like each person?
Well, it was a big open room, so it was like, you know, say 20 of us in the room.
Aye.
And I want you to do something. Don't know if I want to smash it.
Jump in?
That's what I was trying to do.
What would it be?
I thought it would be C, aye, but just smash some more stuff up, see if there's something else I can break.
No, just jump on that plunger and it should blow something up.
Oh, you're right.
I guess not.
No.
Oh, no, I did.
Go.
Just took about 10 years.
I felt bad for the boy, man. Like I say, he was third on. And he did a lot of private readings for people. Should have absolutely smashed that, man. But honestly, he was terrible. He just could not get a guess right.
Jump up there and see if there's any.
Cool. I think it's just James. Oh, sweet. My bat symbol.
Did he get any that were like
20%?
Aye, but did he? When you say 20%, did you get any that were actually like your great uncle's nephew Diane is like?
No, there was never anything.
Was a baker like in Mulgai, and it was like spot on.
And I can't mind how many people we went to where he went like that. He basically was like, "That's it, it's over. Like, go with Spirit or go with Christ or whatever it was." He said, "You know what I mean?
I'll leave the love with you.
I'll leave the love with you. And go in Spirit." And it's like, what? You didn't even fucking pick up a single detail
Sometimes
from
they
this
act
cunt.
as if it's like it's their fault for not knowing what they're on about.
Well,
it's, like,
it's funny you should say that because the first lady came out and she goes, I picked on one woman, was like, "Hi, Hen, your love is too strong and it can't come through right now." Go on, we have to go left. Charge this thing up. So the love is for your partner. It's too strong. You want it too much, so it's basically not going to happen. Aye, pretty much. She was like, you know, we can't bring him through. We've got a mental block. Wasn't it a mental block? Was it
a spiritual ultra mega?
Exactly. Spiritual force field is keeping him from, you know, coming and attending this. But stay with us. You know, it might come later on. 4 people walked out actually after the first lady.
Right.
They were not impressed. It wasn't expensive. It was like a tenner a skull.
Oh right.
It was in a boozer, so it was like, it was. You could get drinks and stuff like that. I wasn't bored. Put it that way.
Yeah.
For what it was, I was relatively entertained. But the private readings were like 25 for a short, 50 quid for a longie. Exactly. But pretty much everyone in the room went for one.
Really?
Yeah, pretty much. It was again about 80% women. Actually, in attendance.
With my face, just heavy smashed.
And I get a lot of them again, just based on the age, were quite old.
Because they'll know more people that are dead, I suppose.
Well, aye, but I think it's part of the people that are targeted by this sort of shenanigan, who are maybe a bit more vulnerable and. Sweet.
If you're going to see a medium or something like that, chances are it's because you've lost somebody. So saying like, "Have you lost somebody?" and they go, "Yes." It's not.
Nah, it's not fucking rocket science. I know, man. I was telling Ethan about it, and I'm not even kidding. Again, back to that boy, he did something like, have you got a granda? And they're like,
Oh, there's one more camera. No, there isn't. No, I can't see it.
It was like, what was your granddad's name? And I swear they went Davy, and he went, so your granddad's
on the wall.
Davy. Honestly, just like pretty much just regurgitated back to them what they'd already said, and it was like pure what. And everyone's been looking at each other going, he is not taking the fucking credit for fucking Davy. Fucking Chainsaw Man. Yeah, I got a new block a few more things.
Yeah. I think that's
it was. Let's say it was worth the 20 quid or whatever we spent to go to it. I wouldn't rush back to see that particular group, although we won the.
What do you do? Do you jump round?
I'm trapped in it.
Ugh.
And I can't get out before the respawn. There we go. Go down into the bank.
Yeah, but I just meant to get up and get that thing that you just.
I probably need another character.
Oh well then.
But you said to me you've been to one of these things
right.
before.
So we this was back when I was in Aberdeen. Right, we went to it was a holistic like festival thing. There was they've changed their names. They're not Scientologists anymore. They're like new whatever they are. I'll need to look up the term right, but it's Scientologist. They had books by L. Ron Hubbard and all that shit, and they have this absolute bullshit device where like you hold it and it reads your organs or whatever.
Oh, the actual machine.
Yeah, it's like nice. It's just like this.
Open that gate for us, would you?
Where? Well, this one's
that.
What's the thing? It measures like electricity, and you know the little dial goes up and down.
That.
You know the thing I'm kind of describing.
Imagine
like a speedometer,
voltmeter.
Yeah, a speedometer, whatever way it goes up and down. So like you know you hold it and like it shoots up and you go, oh, so this shows that you've got very high orgone readings or whatever, and they ask you all these like pure sus questions like, oh, if you could like fix your life overnight, wouldn't you want to do that? Like, well, come join our cult. And it was two women, and they were both quite pretty, right? But they were both really creepy, like dead behind the eyes, proper like sort of come and join us and be one of us, like type of thing. They were really creepy. So they were there, and then some of it's like gemstones and all that bollocks, which I don't really get behind, but whatever. They're pretty. I see the appeal and shit. But and then some of it was more like kind of like massage therapy and shit, which actually works as long as they kind of allow it. So yeah, I mean it was hit and miss. So yeah, there was like a medium reading, which was free to like attend. It was like a half hour sort of show or whatever. I can't remember what the guy's name was, but it was something brilliant. It was like Kevin Powers or was it Kenny Powers? It was something like that. They've never got names like Joe. It's always like Kenneth Powers and like within its singing like powers you kind of have to be a medium. So he said, unlike many mediums, because you need to have your gimmick. He said, unlike many mediums where they hear things, he actually sees people.
These guys claimed they could see the dead.
Oh, did they? Right. Okay.
This lady was like, no, I've been seeing dead bodies since I was like 6 or something.
Yeah, he claimed that he has been a visual medium since birth. He said, I don't believe that it's a skill you can learn. I think you have to just be like born with it, and yada yada yada. So, the way he did it was kind of ballsy in some ways, right? Because he didn't like sort of go, oh, I'm getting a sort of a Peter, a Peter, and wait for someone to say aye.
Snur, or
just throw out every syllable that you can. Where am I meant to go?
Don't know, man. Left, maybe.
Oh,
smash wherever that is.
Yeah. Ah, decent. And then there's a Harrison. So it was ballsy because he would just go to someone and just go, I'm seeing a man stood in front of me, or yada yada yada, give a pure vague description, but then he just go, it's you, like to somebody, like, oh, they're here for you, and sort of describe them, and they would,
walls.
And then he'd say like, oh, they're on about like a joinery. Does joiner mean anything to you? It's like a lot of people will have had an uncle or a cousin or a grandpappy or someone.
Military. They were pure hitting the military button.
Oh, were they?
Aye. Did you have like somebody in the military in your family?
Yeah.
And this guy's got pure like, I don't know, fucking marine tattoos all over his forearms.
Yeah.
So it's like well deducted fucking Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah. And so you go yada yada yada, they did this or whatever, and he kind of did the thing where he sort of blames them. He's like, oh well, he was saying like, oh, is there a new, someone's got like a new conservatory fitted and crap like that, and they'd be like, no, and I was like, and he would be like, well,
maybe that's
think
for someone
about
else.
Think about it and take it home and ask, and because a lot of times people say that, then they go home and they go, oh, Auntie Lizzie's just had a new conservatory or whatever. Look at my face, I'm a goon.
Man, Riddler sucks. He really has fuck all to do in these levels apart from hypnotise people.
So what he would do, right, is he would actually do like a drawing really quick.
Right.
Like he wouldn't even. It's one of those things. It looks really impressive until you actually get a swatch of it, right? Because he would, without even like looking at the paper, he would within like 10 seconds he'd go like and do a drawing. So and then he had like his assistant go and like pass it to whoever. So like when I barely got a glimpse of it as it kind of like flew past me, and I was like, oh holy shit, that's actually like pretty spooky. Like can I grab this or pull it or yank it or what?
Probably from the other side if you get behind it.
Oh, okay, the angle is kind of weird. I don't know if I can. It looks like there's a cage around it.
Punch it then.
Oh no, I'm just being a walloper. So like one wee glimpse, it looked really intricate, and I was like, oh wow. But then like I actually I asked the woman he gave it to like later, and it was just an old woman. You know, because like
Smash it.
I keep forgetting this is a Lego game, and that's the answer to like most conundrums. It was just an old woman, which it could have been anybody. And he was saying like, oh yeah, sometimes people say like, oh no, I don't recognise her, but then they show it to their mom and they're like, oh that's your Auntie Mildred, and I'm like, yeah, because it's just an old lady. So people are gonna kind of see whoever they know, whoever they kind of want to see on it. He was a fun. It was kind of funny because he would hand them the drawing or get his assistant to hand them the drawing, and he would give them like tissues with it. Because he expected them all to be like.
Pure balling like, afterwards. That's funny. That's got some. You got to have some balls to be like that. There you go. You'll need a tissue for this. Kid dick.
He was a sort of like. Was he English? I think he was English.
I'm sure I've seen a poster for him.
Maybe he had specs. Kind of chubby.
This guy wasn't chubby, but.
Oh, like seen him or just.
Yeah, I saw a poster for him. I'm sure up in Glasgow somewhere.
You might have done. I'm sure they. Do the rounds.
Mystic Meg's died.
Who's Mystic Meg?
Mystic Meg, she used to do like the newspaper.
Oh, Mystic Meg, sorry, I thought I said Mike.
No, Mystic Meg. Yeah, so overall, not convinced that any of it's legit, personally. Although we did get got a crystal ball that we won in a raffle.
Alright.
And I suppose the funniest part of the night for me was we can get this guy first. The boss lady who was in charge of the event had to leave early. Apparently she had an issue with her house. So they kind of announced it like,
didn't see that coming.
Yeah, well, exactly. That was exactly what I was going to shout out. It was like that. You didn't fucking see that coming, did she? Not much of a clairvoyant. Fucking house burnt to the ground. Twat. I was like, nah.
Left the oven on.
Oh, exactly. Left the oven on. It's like that. Why isn't that in the cards? She's seen she's coming now. She'd seen like 3 murders because she didn't protect her tarot cards.
Well, what does that mean? Protect them? Like, I think you would take them down there.
You reckon?
Aye, because there's a thing you can flip.
She said she didn't protect her tarot cards from like evil spirits or some bollocks, and they became contaminated, so started reading like evil futures.
She should have taken out insurance for that. I mean,
I'm sure that you probably could not, because that's not a thing.
Bet it is.
And the whole thing's bollocks.
Bet Admiral does it.
He does clairvoyant insurance.
Tarot insurance. Protect your tarot from evil spirits today.
It was weird as well with this one because they all had like intro music before they started like.
For like the walkout and everything.
It's not like they walked out to it, but they just stood for a moment and just pure jamming to it. And the last boys was Sandstorm.
Oh, by Darude.
Yeah. So it was a really weird vibe to start us off. I mean, don't get me wrong, the first lady had Dancing Queen, so I mean, and she's like, oh, I just like to get the positivity going, so she had us all clapping. It's just
I think I blew this up.
You shoot all the safes and shit. You just bust in and steal all the money. You're getting fucking murdered out here. But it's,
yeah, okay.
for a tenner, you know, you've got to say it was fine. I wouldn't rush back to see that particular group, but I'd recommend it for anyone who's never done it before.
I'd like to go to one and just be in a. It would need to be a bigger one. See if like 20 people there, I'd feel like a band. But see if it were like a big show with like 200 people, something like that, I'd be that wee dick at the back shouting like, "Oh, I'm getting a pee. That was my mom." Like just every single read. That's me.
That's the thing, though. At least one of the families in the group was like that. Everything was about them.
Yeah.
This wee old woman, she could barely hear properly, even though he had a microphone. That was the other thing, the microphone kept screeching every time we pointed the mic at it. So it must have been upsetting the spirits.
Every time you pointed the mic at what?
The speaker. You know, it did like the feedback.
Yeah, that's because he'll have been
too close to
like too close to
one. Yeah. So that was, it was really off-putting because it kept happening throughout his bit as well. It happened once at the very start of the ladies, but like the first ladies, but she at least just cracked on with it, you know what I mean? Hit out with her random bullshit about, you know, who she saw and where she saw them. In fact, that was the other thing the young lad did. He skipped over somebody. He was pure getting nowhere with her, and he was like, "Oh, it's the lady behind you." Sorry, hen, go with Christ or whatever, and moved on to the next lady behind her, and had an alright sort of guess through with her. But honestly, it was the amount they were just throwing out, like you said before. Oh, has anybody ever worked as a joiner or an electrician
or does that mean anything to anybody? Like, my friend MC's a joiner.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess that kind of means something to me, sort of, if you squint.
Aye, well, I was like, don't give him anything, Amanda, because he was working with us. They go to you, so they go like, I want to work with you. And I was like, cool, right. So he's working with this lady, and he goes like that. Oh, does like, I don't know, like, does November mean anything to you? And Amanda's pointing at me like that. Oh, that's your mom's birthday.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
it is.
What? It's just like, does the number 2 mean anything? Oh, that could be February. Or
the 2nd of November.
2nd of November. Oh, it's all coming together.
Yeah.
And it's just pure pointing at me, and I'm like, that, get to fuck. He said he was working with her. He's not trying to guess stuff for me. If he guesses stuff for me, I'll answer honestly.
Yeah.
Like the lady was asking us, you know, do you have a white pet? Like a white cat or a white dog? And we were like, no. It's like, well, you're going to get one. Well, exactly. So we were like, and a man's like, oh, does that mean we can get a Dalmatian? Which is the actual dog she did want.
Right.
And the lady was like, no, it's going to be a small dog. And then I think she started like, I don't know, panicking a wee bit. She's like, it's going to be like a poodle or a Bichon Frise. And I was like, that's incredibly specific. Like, I'm now not going to buy a Bichon Frise.
That stuff's such pish because, like, there's so many get out of jail free cards for her, right? Because number one, everyone else in the audience, they don't know you. They're not keeping up with you. They won't find out whether you get this dog or not, right? If you do get the dog, then it could be because she put the idea in your head. And then if you don't get it, you didn't get it because she influenced the future by telling you what was going to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's just pish. Like, she can do whatever you want and just be like, oh, no, that's because of this, because of that.
Well, they've been doing it for years. Some of them have been doing it for 2-3 years.
Yeah.
And you're like, wow, you can make... And I'll be honest, if they got a reading off as many people and just doing the sort of basic maths, I reckon they cleared a ton that night. I reckon they got $1,000.
Quite possibly, yeah.
Just out of that one room in that pub.
Yeah.
And it probably, to hire that wee corner of that pub, I don't know, maybe £100 max. Plus,
maybe nothing. It depends where. Some pubs will let you do that. Like the Flying Duck is quite good. They'll let you rent it for free.
Wow. So there you go. Aye, that could.
But yeah, I get what you're saying though. Like the overheads would not have been that much.
Nah, exactly.
Regardless. Mad farters, man.
Nah, I think to me it takes advantage of people.
That's my personal opinion.
People who are kind of in grieving, and it makes them...
Yeah, because they want it to be true, so like you throw out fake shit and they fill in the blanks for you.
I know.
It's like me going, what's 5 plus 5?
Well, exactly. And they go, oh, 10! Oh,
No, but like I go, what's 5 plus 5?
10.
10, yeah, 10. That's what I said, yeah. It's like, no, you said it, and then I just took the answer from you and was like, oh, yeah.
No, exactly.
I knew that.
That's right. It's all shite.